Girls, top buttons and shirts tucked in. It's the first sheet, so the sheet with the source on it.
History teacher Elizabeth Bond is 6 weeks into her NQT year. At first, her Year 10s were a real handful, so she focused on strict behaviour management, but at a cost.
Right, I'll have a quick look for it. Dangus, you've got work to do. I came in and wanted to do lots of really interesting, exciting things with them, and it just really excited them so much that I sort of lost control of the class a bit behaviourally for a little while. So I had to then really tone it down. I literally wanted bums on seats, and I wanted to establish a learning environment that I felt I could work in. But it is boring. Today's question is, what were the consequences of the Wall Street crash? Remember,
it's all so much slower and less exciting than Elizabeth would like it to be.
No, Tej, have you written the date and title in your book? I'd like that in your books now, please. No, you can just write the second one, because we wrote the first one last lesson, didn't we? No, you can just write the second one. What were the consequences of the Wall Street crash? Where is all the time going?
Well, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? I wonder where it is going. What are they all doing now?
Well, they're writing the title, but it is taking them a remarkably long time to do it. And it's all these little questions. Should I write the learning objective? No. And then someone else puts their hand up. Should I write the learning objective? No.
There's another kind of classroom that I sometimes see going around. The whole lesson plan is up on the whiteboard. And then at regular intervals, the teacher's returning to the learning objectives. It's great. We got to the end of activity 2, and we got to the end of activity 2 with 20 minutes to spare. And I've got the clock on the board. You've got to do those add-ins, you know, the timers and the clocks and the whistles and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. So you've got two really good points there.
It's a mixed ability class with differentiated worksheets. Some students are working, but it's hard for Elizabeth to keep them all on task.
I want you to explain to me how they are linked together. So if you're saying that the Wall Street crash relates to the banking crisis, right?
What's going on there? The work's differentiated, they can do it. I wonder if they know what's expected. Somewhere else in the country, there's a teacher saying, by the time you finish this, you have a chart completely filled in that looks like this. And I think this is going to take 5 minutes. And 5 minutes after the work started, that teacher's gone around, she's picked up someone's work and says, this is what we're talking about. Ahmed's got 3 blocks filled in, and listen to some of the phrasing that he's used.
Yeah.
So that, for me, the first step with a group like this is they need some exemplars. They need to know what the success criteria is. They need to see the fox, or whatever the right analogy is. They need to know what it is that's expected of them.
Up on the board, I have 2 characters. I call them Sid and Sam. You can call them whatever you like. As you can see,
Later in the lesson, Elizabeth uses a cartoon to help the students assess their learning. But as usual, she keeps a very firm lid on the behaviour.
Listen. There's absolutely no reason for you to be talking at the moment. OK, so I need everybody really focused. I'm going to ask you to do this quietly on your own.
Yeah, I'll just rest.
Right, can I reiterate Year 10? Nobody should be talking. Shh.
I think I'm meant to be doing it in silence. But if I was doing a Sid and Sam, I'd really like to be swapping some jokes and ideas with the person sitting next to me. I think I'm suggesting to you that you take a bit more risk, which, again, is an easy thing for an outsider to say. You're probably going to have a talk with them as a class. This is what we're going to be looking like by spring. This is the contribution I'm going to make to it. Here are some changes I'm going to make to my lesson planning. What changes do you think you're going to make to it? And this is the first time we're going to do it. Here are the groups I've got you in, and I want 3 minutes worth of suggestions on how we're going to make the learning even faster and better in this room. What would they do? Would they riot and go out of control?
No, I don't think they would now, particularly if I put them in groups myself.
If I said to you, I want you to pick up the pace, and you said, OK, I'll give it a bash, what might be your top 2 things now?
I think I need to establish time constraints. I think I need to be really clear about what I'm asking from them, so they know exactly what I expect them to have done in 5 minutes. And perhaps I like the idea of stopping them periodically and saying, OK, well, by this point we should be around about here, and this is a particularly good example of where you should be at by now.